It's Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday, everybody. My name is Regina Miller, and guess what? I'm excited because it's Friday. We made it to Friday. I don't take it for granted. I don't not count God for all that I've gotten through this whole entire week. God is so good. He's so merciful and he's so kind to us. And we just should give him the honor that is due him. There is so much going on in the world right now. And to give God his due diligence is just respectable. Because it is God that got you where you are right now, in the state that you're in right now. Whatever's going on with you right now, it is all God. He is the reason, he is the author, he is the finisher of all of it. And to not give him praise is just disrespectful. And I would be scared in 2025 not to give God what he deserves over your life. From the top of your head to the sole of your feet, you should be thanking God. You should be giving God glory and giving him praise because he is the God that truly woke you up this morning. This Friday morning that you have never seen. You have never seen this Friday morning. You will never see another Friday like this. So I suggest that you make it count. No matter what you're going through, no matter what you got, what you don't got, no matter who's aggravating you, who's on your mind, I need you to tap into the blessings of the Lord for having you in this day. The blessings of the Lord that keeps you grounded every day, that keeps you coming back to this app every day. I need you to be thankful. I need you to be grateful for God, the Almighty, the one who got you looking at me now. He is the one. And I am so grateful to God for everything that he's doing and does in my life. I don't care what I have. I don't care what I don't have. I am grateful. I am thankful. We all have something that we desire. We all have something that we want. But being grateful and not greedy will get you a long way in life. Sometimes I have a penny and I feel like I'm a millionaire because my spirit is up. My spirit is where it needs to be. Y'all got to get y'all spirits in order. You got to get your mindset in order. There's a lot of things around you you're going to have to overcome. You're going to have to walk away. But will you be in a situation mindset-wise to do that? There's a lot of people behind bars that don't even supposed to be there because their mindset shifted in a moment that they were having. Can you walk away from those type of moments? If you can't, it's time to get in line and figure out why. Why not you? You know, we used to say, why me? Why not you? The glory of the Lord is upon us. This is 2025. Revelation is taking place right before our very eyes. People are waking up with nothing. People's homes are being destroyed overnight. Children can't go to school. Ain't no school. And then you got kids who going to school worrying about what they got to put on. Who's this? Who's that? And you got kids who can't even go to school. Can't even buy a shoe because their life was destroyed overnight. Y'all better tell y'all kids they blessed. Y'all better let people around you know how blessed they are. See, I don't let negativity around me. Nobody can be negative around me. I walk away or I shun it down. Because you let that stuff get in your spirit. See, I can't allow it to get in my spirit. I've come too far in my faith from what I've been through to let somebody else impartate their troubles upon my life. I can't do it. I'm very few of friends because of it. See, nobody want to listen to me, but they want to come tell me all their stuff. Those days are over with. I'll walk alone before I walk with someone who don't have the mindset to walk away from their own situations. Stop saying, I want to tell you something and don't tell nobody. Honey, just tell the Lord because they're going to tell somebody. Every time you say don't tell nobody, they gonna tell somebody. Now why don't you go on and just trust yourself? Start showing up for you every day. Start making your life count for you. Where are you in 2025? We in July. We on the end of it. Where is it going for the beginning of August? Whatever July didn't do, August can do. I tell myself that every day. I'm doing a 30-day challenge to come live and talk to you all every day for over an hour. Why? Because I'm on assignment. Somebody needs to meet Jesus along this way. It's not too late. I know him. I've known him all my life. He is real. You know how I know he real? Because I'm sitting here talking to you after all that I've been through. Come on, somebody. Do I look like I've been through something? No. Oh, but it's Jesus. And you think I ain't gonna tell him about you? And I look like this after all I've been through? Okay, I don't care about a little weight I done gained. That's all right, I can lose some weight. But look at me. Not a scratch out of all the fights and wars and tumbles and stress and depression and loss, mistreatment, abandonments, losses, hurt and pain. Look at me. I look untouched. Oh, but I've been touched. But for the grace of God, I'm still here. So why wouldn't I tell you about the goodness of Jesus? Why wouldn't I tell you a few of my stories? I owe it all to God. I said, Lord, after my mother died, if you just get me out of this funk, this feeling, this one feeling of losing my mother, I'm yours, Lord. And I'll tell the world what I need to tell them. I'll tell them about you every day. Until they get tired, I'm still going to tell them. And he did that for me. He healed me. He delivered me. He took me out of depression. He warmed my spirit again. He put a smile back on my face. And I'm so thankful and grateful. The doctors can't touch me. The lawyers can't reach me. And the sinners don't want to be around me. Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. You talking about a spell. Honey, I'll throw some anointing oil on you so fast. I don't play that. I don't play that. If you don't have the Spirit of the Lord upon you, or act like you know him, or grateful to be woke up this morning, don't come around me. I don't like negative talk. I don't like people talking about people. I don't do that. You got to love around me. You got to act like you know what love is. You got to act like you appreciate things around me. Because I'm somebody with nothing, but I have everything. Come on, somebody. And if I can act this way and have this attitude with nothing, like I got something, so can you. I've had the husband. I've had all of that. I've raised children. I've been the single mom, single mother, single parenting, teen mom. I've done it all. Lost my parents. I'm parentless at 52 years old. You think that feels good? That I can't go to my mom and daddy house? I can't eat another meal from my mother? I can't have another sit down with my daddy? I can't watch my mother and father relationship like I did when I was a little girl and watch them be old together? You think that don't bother me? It bothers me every day. But I thank God for replacing them with him. So I still have something to hold on to. I still have something to love. I still have something to look forward to. I still have something to enjoy. And I still have peace. When your peace is gone, baby, you ain't got nothing. When that peace leave you, you are done. If you live without peace, you living without life. I remember when my peace was gone on my 5th husband. My fifth husband kind of took my peace because he was the devil. I was sleeping with the enemy. And I got so frustrated, I started calling him Peace. I didn't even call him by his government name. I called him Peace so that I can get my peace back. I was affirming my peace back with the devil. I did everything I could. I even kicked him out my bedroom because I didn't want to lay down with the devil next to me anymore. I had an adjoining room, and I had my granddaughter in the other room adjoining my bedroom, and I said, that's a baby. I cannot allow the enemy to touch her. So I moved the man into the spare bedroom we had. I did whatever it took to get my peace back. And then when what I tried wasn't enough, I asked God to come in and give me my peace back. And God made an escape plan for me. And I was able to leave that man. But in leaving him, I had to leave everything that I owned. My car, my house, my clothes, in the drawers, in the closets, the shoes. I even left some very important things, computers, information, a lot of things I left. But God said, how bad do you want this thing? And I said, real bad. And I had to leave my house, my home, my car, and everything in it behind a man because I wanted my peace back. So I want y'all to know that peace is that important to me. And I hope it's important to you. Because to live a life without peace is just you dead walking. And I had a granddaughter to care for, so it was very important. My first and only. And I said, Lord, I would never have this life again with a man that don't love you and don't know you. And I said, God, I'm so sorry. And I haven't done that since. And it's been almost 14 years, thank God. Glory be to his name. 14 years clean from bad men. And I'm so proud about it. If you know me, you know that I was married 5 times. And wasn't married once yet. Didn't have a husband yet that really truly loved me. That I can say I know what love feels like. Because they all had something going on with them that took away from me. They wanted mothers. They wanted caregivers. They wanted somebody to listen to their BS. They didn't want a wife. They didn't want a beautiful woman. They saw what they wanted. And when you don't have peace and you still out here with the foolishness, you fall for those things. But thank God I'm delivered. I'm delivered from me. I don't blame no husband that I had for anything that happened to me. I blame me. Because I'm the one who was in the relationship with them. I'm the one, like my mother said, people only do to you what you let them. I let them try to destroy my life. But thank God for Jesus. He didn't let them go too far. Even when I didn't know what was going on myself, God knew. And he kept that hedge of protection around me, even when I wasn't protecting myself. I'm trying to tell you something. Go with God. Find him today. All you gotta do is get on your knees and say, Lord, I want to know you. It's the best thing that ever happened to me. 14 years almost. Clean from bad men. I might need to write a book about it. I think I will. I got so much spare time on my hand. Why not? It's not going to be about them, though. It's going to be about what God delivered me from. I ain't naming no names. I ain't claiming nobody. Only thing I'm claiming is the blood of Jesus that got me out of it. And I'm still here. Still here to tell a testimony to y'all young women and older women who still fighting them demons that you got laying next to you in them houses. Stop. Stop. You got to love yourself more. You got to embrace yourself more. You got to show up for you more. Like I stated earlier in this video, with nothing, I have everything. With nothing. And when I say nothing, I mean money. I'm going to just talk about what I'm really talking about. Money. I have everything. Yeah, I'm in the big house. Yeah, I drive the fancy car. But I work hard for that. See, you got to work hard when you're young to reap the labor later. To reap the benefits of your labor. You got to work when you're young. You got to not make excuses. See, I see a whole lot of young people, women, 20s and 30s, just complaining. Oh, I'm doing it by myself. Oh, I'm this. Oh, I'm that. Baby, I took care of a whole beauty salon, full throttle, light bill, water bill, insurance, all the things. And then I had to turn around and do the same thing for my house that I was leasing. Almost $7,000 to $8,000 in bills a month, just because I wanted to be self-employed and run my own schedule and take care of my children the way that I wanted to take care of them. It costs to do that. It's not cheap. I did it and I never complained. I cried to the Lord a lot of nights, but I never complained because I wanted that life. I asked God for that life, and He gave it to me. And I did whatever I had to do to embrace it, to enjoy it, to just be in it, to be in it. I asked for the life that I had. Some things came with it that I didn't want, or I didn't know was, finna blindside me, but that's the devil. He gonna do that. He gonna try to blindside you. He gonna take the one thing that you're weak at and use it against you. And for me, it was a tall, dark, and handsome man, or a rich man, or a man with some money. And he got me. But he didn't keep me. Because God had that hedge around me and said, she's mine. She's mine. And because God came and delivered me so many times, I made up my mind. Because God can walk away from you too. And I said, I can't risk God walking away from me. So I made up my mind and said, Lord, I yield. I'm yours. And I think that was when I became a grandmother. I said, wait a minute. My grandmother set this bar way too high for me to play around with it, because I had the most phenomenal grandmothers and grandfathers. And so I said, I'm going to be a grandmother? Wow. And I changed my life at that very moment when I got that call from my daughter. She's in the military. I believe she was in Korea. And she called home and said she was pregnant. I'm going to be a grandmother. I was like, wow. I got to make some changes. I got to move some people out my life. I gotta move, period. And I did. And I stopped playing with life. I stopped playing with situations. I stopped playing with everything that I was playing with. Because I knew that my grandmothers had set the bar way high for me. And me getting ready to enter into that zone of being a grandmother, I had to be ready. And so I got ready. And in getting ready, I had to divorce a husband. I had to leave some things behind because I believe in spirits. And when you're moving forward from evil spirits, leave them stuff behind. I don't care whether it's clothes, shoes, car, Whatever I had with that man, I left it right there with him. Hey, sweetheart, hey! I left everything. I didn't want nothing I had with that man. Left behind everything. Clothes, I'm talking about some nice stuff. Y'all see how I get down? Some nice stuff. The man had a yard sale with my stuff. This is how I know I was somewhere that I shouldn't have been mentally with this man. That this man had a yard sale in the yard of the house that I left him in. And some of the women that I knew had the nerve to buy some of my things. And one of them called me. And she said, Regina, this man out here selling your stuff, and I'm finna buy most of it, because, girl, you had some nice stuff. How come you left your stuff? How come you left all of this good stuff, girl? And he out here selling it for pennies. You know what I told her? You better leave that stuff right there, because it got the devil on it. I said, you think I'm leaving that fine stuff and for not a reason? I left that fine stuff because it had the devil on it. I didn't want nothing I had with that man. I don't care if I had Bugattis, Birkin bags. I don't care what it was. If I had it with him, it was staying right there where I left him. Y'all better learn about spirits. Why would I leave someone that I'm praying and asking God to get rid of for me, and then I take everything I had with him with me? That ain't how that worked. I wanted all of him away from me. The spirit's gone. I wanted to be clean when I got away from him. I wanted to start cleansing my body, cleansing my mind, and I wanted everything new. Baby, let me tell you something, and I got everything new. Everything brand new. When I left that man, I left with the clothes on my back. And I left with everything. And I got everything new after I left him. I'm here to tell y'all about spirits and leaving and loving yourself more. You got to love yourself more. When people see you don't really love yourself 100%, that's when they come into your life to try to destroy you. Because they say, well, she don't love herself, so I can run over her. And again, what my mother said, people do to you what you let them. I was living across the street from my mother, and I hated to leave my mother. But I told her, I'll be back. I got to go right now. I got to get my grandbaby to safety. Because she was a couple of months old. And I didn't want that bad spirit to be on her, because I definitely didn't want it to follow us nowhere. The only thing, I called my God brother, and I said, I need you to come get me right now. He lived in Raleigh, North Carolina. He gathered up one of his good friends. I said, y'all got to come in a truck. A SUV or something, so I can take the baby some things. I had my grandmother, so I needed to take some of her things. But my things stayed. I walked out of that house with my pocketbook. If I did that, I think I just took my ID and my wallet, because again, I didn't want nothing that I had with that man. I knew the things that I gathered for my granddaughter to take was anointed, because God said, touch my anointed one, do my prophets no harm. And she was under the age of innocence, so I knew that God was protecting her and her things, so I was able to take her things. But I left everything that was mine. That's right. Come on, somebody. Somebody needs to know that it's all right to leave everything and start over. See, we in these households with these devils, we thinking, oh, it's possessions. Oh, it's we got this stuff together. But you living in pure hell. You can't even think, because you so hurt and in pain and miserable and feeling weary. Honey, I walked out that door like I was going to the corner store and never came back. Never answered a call. And I didn't block him because I wanted to know when he was calling me. I just ignored every call until this day. It is almost 14 years later. I never married again. I never wanted to marry again. I never wanted to be in this situation, living with nobody again. I never lived with a man in 14 years almost. My granddaughter will be 14 in September. I said I'll never cohabitate with a man again. Never. Because you don't know these people. These are spirits. Thank you for liking the live. Thank you so much. You're so nice and kind, Olivia. I appreciate you so much. You don't know these people. You date somebody and they treat you, show you a little flashy, dashy money, because that was my problem. They showed me some money. And I don't know what I was thinking because I had my own money. But you know, when you be wanting some help, you know, we women, we be saying, oh, I want some help. So you go and you think you getting some help, but you getting hell. You getting hell to take away what you got. They want what you got. You think you getting what they got, they want what you got. And gonna give you pure hell to try to get it. They want your mind. They want your body. They want your soul. They want your spirit. And I don't understand why they want all that when they ain't even got their own. Miserable. But these are the men we pick to love. These are the men we pick to marry. These are the men we pick to bring before our children. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. It's a lot of spirits out here that are not of God. And we have to be careful. As children of God, we got to be careful. As daughters of the King, we got to be careful. There's no blueprint for it. There's no solution, only the solution that you come up with. I came up with the solution. I'm not going to be treated that way no more. I'm not going to do myself like that no more. Like I said, I became a grandmother and the stakes were high. Because my grandmothers, the stakes were high, honey. Thank you for the likes, Olivia. So they left my stakes high. So I said, my granddaughter's not going to see anything that my daughters saw. My daughters didn't see chaos, but they did see me divorce 5 husbands. When the chaos came, or I thought it was coming, I divorced them because they wasn't bringing that hell in my house. My daughters was going to see a strong woman, a woman that could walk away, a woman that ain't finna fight no man, a woman that ain't finna argue with no man, a woman who got her own, a woman who taking care of her kids by herself and ain't putting up with nothing, and nothing. That's what my children saw. They never saw the bad moments. They was either at school or not in the house. When they was in the house with me and a husband, they saw quiet. And when I realized that the man couldn't be quiet or it was finna get crazy, I removed myself or I removed them and my children. And wasn't gonna be I'm having no babies, because my tubes was already tied with the second, before I even got to the second husband, because the first husband was their daddy. And when he acted a fool and chose the world over us, I tied my tubes immediately. So that was never, no man was never gonna play over my womb again. I had already fixed that. I told every husband I had, I hope you got some children, because ain't nobody laying down in no hospital over here. Okay? I hope you got some children. And don't think my children gonna be your children. Don't think that either. Cause see, you let these women let people in their house and they think they can tell their children. I got girls. Don't say nothing to them. I had rules. I was real strict and kind of nasty with it because I had to be. You don't let no man, because you marry him and because they really wasn't married material. I wanted something from them, but I choose not to have a man lay in my bed unless he was my husband. I didn't bring stray men home. When they came to my bed, they was my husbands. I would sleep with them outside in hotels and stuff like that. But when they came into my house with me and my daughters, they was my husband. And that's kind of why I got married 5 times, because I'm a godly woman. So I try to do what God would want me to do in the eyes of, the Lord, and just try to live right. I never said I did it perfect. But when they came to my bed in the house with my children, I said husband, not Mr. So-and-so. This your stepdaddy. Okay? And when them stepdaddies got out of line, they got gone. And the biggest mistake you can make, sisters and brothers, is moving somebody into your house. They should have their own house. Everybody should have their own house. Knowing what I know today from my mistakes, everybody should have their own crib. You have your crib, he have his crib. If he ain't got no crib, don't date him. Because let me tell you what I found fun after I woke up from being stupid. It was fun to go over their house sometime. This is after my children grown now. I ain't dating nobody or getting to know nothing with nobody who ain't got their own crib. You got to have your own stuff. You got to have your own stuff. Please have your own stuff. Having your own stuff just make it so much better for everybody. Go home. You done move that man or that woman in, and then they get on your nerve, and then you got to deal with them because they in your house. Don't do it. Well, that's my testimony for today. I'll be back tomorrow, and I love y'all. Thank you, Olivia, for the beautiful likes. Thank you for everything that you do when you come on my lives. And all y'all sisters who missed this today, I'm going to repost it on my YouTube as a video. Things to look into yourself about. If you having a bad relationship, or you having a bad life, or you feeling bad and you just need some things, seek ye the kingdom of heaven, because God has everything that you need. This is a good video. This is a good testimony. So I'm going to post it on my YouTube. And I love y'all. I love my sisters and my brothers. And I thank y'all. And I'm going to keep coming back and talking to y'all every day, because I want to get to know my community here on TikTok, brothers. And I thank y'all. And I'm going to keep coming back and talking to y'all every day, because I want to get to know my community here on TikTok.